Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, Uneducated Gambler. On today we're going to focus on episode 11 of the Daily Profit Casino Run Review and Practice. Now unfortunately I haven't been to the casino on today, but I will be going on tomorrow and hopefully I can actually get about 20%. So the methods I'm going to be using on tomorrow is going to be the 6-8 field, the outside press, and the DGE system. Now, just want to let you guys know, even though I'm using these strategies can lose, okay? Even the DGE system. There's no one strategy that can win, okay? It's based upon how good the table is running. Any strategy can lose, any strategy can win. The only way you can win if you're not rolling this number or this number or this number on a regular basis, okay? You have to have a SOR that's sufficient enough, meaning 7-out ratio. If you can roll about 10 numbers, okay, 10 numbers, that's why it's always good to practice. Practice using your dice set, okay? You can practice and you can understand what numbers you hit, okay? You have to get a rhythm. You have to have your mechanics down. Because if you're on the table and you have some shooters that can shoot, yes, you will have a good day at the table. But if you have shooters that can't shoot or you're not shooting well, you're gonna have a horrible day and you have to make sure you minimize your bet. Now, there was times when I first started doing the DG system. To me, that's the only system that I pretty much have an opportunity of winning, but it wins at a slow rate, meaning that it's a one-hit down method. You're doing a lot of hedging. You're focusing on waiting for so many field numbers non-field numbers to present to start betting the field, and you martingaling them up. Give you this one story. I was on a cruise. After about 5 9-fields, that's when I started betting. It got to the point to where I had 12 9-fields that was rolled, and I had a max bet in the field of $1,000. Yes, my heart was pumping. I'm talking about pumping, but I was willing to lose it because I believe in the system that Charlie from Drunk Guy Explained created. And lo and behold, the shooter rolls a 12, so I got paid 2-1. So I got my $1,000 back that I lost, plus $1,000 profit. And yes, I colored up and got up out of there. Now I see where using the DG system, a lot of times you're gonna get picked off by your hedging, placing odds against the 4, the 5, the 9, and the 10 on those repeater bets. That is the only thing I see where you can get in a lot of trouble. So here, that's why I'm combining the 6-8 field, the outside press, and the DG system. Because the 6-8 field, I'm putting minimum amount of money out there. Let's say the minimum table bet is a $15 table. I have an initial bet here of $51, okay? Now, if I'm doing the outside press, if I'm hitting 6s and 8s and I keep pressing the outside, I could get myself in a world of trouble. You only want to do that when you see that this table is okay. But if the point is a 6 or 8, you're going to play the opposite of the point. If the point is an 8, play the 6, play the 5, and then play the field. It's like an iron cross, but it's not the whole iron cross. You have all numbers covered other than the 8 and the 7. Only difference is if you're going to play the field with the 6 or 8, you have to increase your bet on the 6 and 8 while you have the minimum bet on the field, okay? Because if you keep it the same, you're only going to make a couple dollars and you're risking a lot of money just to make a few dollars, okay? The thing in craps, you have to risk a lot of money in order to get minimal gains, okay? Minimal gains. So let's go ahead and set up the table. So here in episode 10, We had $543 and we made a profit of $103. So in episode 11, hopefully we can go ahead and make a profit of at least 10 or 20%. Also, guys, I love that I have viewers that's viewing my channel. It's awesome. What would be awesome is I can get you guys to subscribe, okay? I appreciate it if you guys subscribe to my channel, like the channel, like the video, and make comments. Appreciate it. Other than that, let's go ahead and get started. So I'm gonna start off with the do don't. Now the reason why I'm starting off with the do don't right off the bat, because I don't know how my first roll is gonna be. I do not want to give the casino this money, because if I'm not rolling points, I am losing this money, okay? So I'm gonna start off with the one hitting down and then go from there, okay? So I'm gonna be using the 4-2, well, I'm gonna use the 2-1, 1-2 set from stick left 1, underhand toss, dice out, try to hit the field, and that's a 5-4-9, 5-4-9, point is a 9. So we're gonna start off with the 6-8 field. So we have an initial bet of $51 out there. Point is a 9. Again, do not chase your losses. Dice out. And that's going to be a 5-2-7. Bad start, 5-2-7. We have 7 dice here. So I lose $51. So now I'm in a hole from the start. So that's a 0.7. So that was only one roll. So now I'm gonna change my dice set to the 4-2-2-4. Okay, evidently for some apparent reason, I'm not tossing right. Dice out. That is a 4-1-5. It's always good to have multiple dice sets in your arsenal, okay? Let's get some change. 25. Now, it's best to have multiple dice sets in your arsenal, so if one is not working, you can go ahead and change to another, get some change. So we're gonna go back to the 6-8 field, keeping a minimum bet out there. Now, how many of you use a dice set and you constantly lose but never change the dice set or you toss? Dice out. And 5-2-7. 5-2-7, out again. My goodness, man, these dice are looking for 7. So we down $102, okay? We down $102, so we had another 0.7. We're on our third roller. 4-2-2-4. Dice out. Bad toss. That is a 6-5 yo. 6-5 yo. This offset itself. It's a yo. Now another thing is that you can go to the table instead of being eager to play and win money. You can go ahead and roll 2 times and then start betting afterwards. 6-5 yo. 6-5 yo. Now the only thing that I'm trying to do is influence the dice. That's all I'm trying to do by setting. Dice out. There's one dice set is not working, change it. Okay, that's gonna be a 628. 628. Point is 8. So now we're gonna go with the outside press. It's 50. So we got 15, 15, 15, and 15, okay? So that's the point is 8. Here you go. 4, 2, 2, 4. Dice out. That is a 3, 2, 5. 3, 2, 5, 15 pays 21. So we have 5, 1. That's 21. Gonna bank that. So 5, 4, 2, 2, 4. Dice out. Boom, right on the field. That is a 5, 4, 9. 5, 4, 9. 15 pays 21. So we have 1, 21. We're gonna bank this. Now we're gonna go ahead and change up the strategy a little bit. We'll do a 5, 6. Fill to actually only have $51 out there. That was a 9. 4, 2, 2, 4. Dice out. Hit the fill again. That is a 4, 2, 6. 4, 2, 6. So we lose the fill. We make $21. So we only make a profit of $6. So now what we're gonna do is that was 3 hits. We're gonna take our bets off, okay? So now the worst thing that could possibly happen is when you get to the table, you start off where you start losing. Now you're playing just to break back even. Here you go, dice out. And that's a 4, 2, 6. Now for some apparent reason, 4, 2, 6, the minute you turn your bets off, and you start shooting the dice, that's when you start hitting all these numbers. It's funny how gambling works. Dice out. And that's gonna be a 6 to 8 point hit. 6 to 8 point hit. All right, this sets itself off. So we hit our first point. Also, it's good to note your rolls so you know what's rolling, so you can know what's going on. Dice up. That is going to be box cars, okay? Box cars, choo-choo train. So here we lose our pass line bet. Okay, we're going to go back in with the pass line and do-we-don'ts. That's the only way you're going to lose if you roll in that 12, okay? And for some apparent reason, the 4, 2, 2, 4 can roll some 12s. Dice out. A lot of bounce. Snake eyes. Snake eyes. It's no help. Just offset itself. So we got the 2 hardest numbers out the way. 4, 2, 2, 4. Dice out. Now my table has a lot of bounce to it. So it's 3, 1, 4, 3, 1, 4. So now I'm gonna play 6, 8, 9. I'm gonna play the inside. Play the inside for 66. It's 4. Okay, 4, 2, 2, 4 set. Dice out. Right on the field. A lot of bounce. That is a 4-2-6. 4-2-6. So 18 pays 21. 21. That's racket. 6. Again, the only way you can make money at the casino if you're rolling a lot of numbers. You go, dice out, field. That is a 3-2-5. Yes, I do not press. 3-2-5, 15 pays 21. 21. Now I had 2 hits, so I'm going to pull my bets down. Do not be afraid to pull your bets down. You're there, not for a long time, but for a good time, okay? That's a 5. 4-2, 2-4. Dice out. A lot of bounce. That is a hard 10. It's a hard 10. 10 hard. Now again, I'm just practicing to prepare myself for tomorrow. Yep. Dice out. A lot of bounce. And that's a 3-2-5. Yes, that's 2 numbers that I miss. And a lot of people probably like, man, you could have been making money leaving your bets on. Well, guess what? You can lose a lot of money leaving your bets on. Go. Dice out. And that's a 4-3-7. 4-3-7. All right. Now, I'm going to be practicing for a couple weeks because I have a Las Vegas trip that's going to be coming up. And then right after the Las Vegas trip, I have a cruise that's going to be coming up with Carnival. So I'm looking forward to playing for those for 10 days. Vegas, then cruise. Looking forward to that. So on that particular shooter, I rolled 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 numbers. Okay? That was 15 numbers. The first 2 shooters, it was point out. Okay? Point out. So let's go ahead and get started with the 4th shooter. Again, the only way you can win at a casino is with the short game. With the short game and having a high SOR, okay? High SOR. Dice out. You can't win money if they're not hitting a lot of points. Okay, that's a 5-1-6. 5-1-6. So now what we're going to do is we're going to do the 5-8-9 and field, okay? So here I have $63 initial bet. All right, $63 initial bet. That's a 6. So we're only looking for 2 hits and down. Dice out. The bigger prize comes from the 9, okay? That's a 3-2-5, so we lose the field. But we win $21 on a $15 bet on the field, so we only gain $6. So we're gonna go back into the field. Okay. That's the only negative. Playing the iron cross in the 6-8 field. If you're hitting a lot of 6s and 8s, you're only profiting minimum amounts of money. Dice out. Field. And that is a 4-3-7. 4-3-7. So we lose a total of $63. $63. All right, that's a 7. So we only roll 2 numbers, which is horrible. So we're going to do one more roller. 4-2, 2, 4. Dice out. And here we go with this bull crap. That's gonna be 12 box cards, so we lose pass line bet. So we're gonna come back in the pass line with 15. So no one knows how these crazy dice may roll, okay? So 2, 4, 2, 2, 4, dice out. That's gonna be 3, 1, 4. So now I'm gonna play 6, 8 field. Keep my bets to a minimum, $51. And that's the only reason why I play the 6, 8 field, to keep my bets to a minimum if I so happens not to hit my mark, okay? Or hit my numbers. Here we go. 4, 2, 2, 4. Dice out. That is a 4, 2, 6. 4, 2, 6. We lose the field, but we get 21. So we collect that. We collect $6, which is horrible. Four, 2, 2, 4. Dice out. That is a 6, 4, 10. 6, 4, 10. So 15 pays 15. So let's go ahead and put 15 on a 9. So 10. 4, 2. 2, 4. Dice out. A lot of bounce. 6, 5, yo. 6, 5, yo. So that pays 15. We're gonna go ahead and collect the 10. It's 11. 4, 2. 2, 4. Here you go. Dice out. That's a 6, 5, yo. 6, 5, yo. That pays 15. Now in this case here, I'm going to take all my bets down. I hit more than my 3 rows. Pull that down, that's a yo. Four, 2, 2, 4. Dice out. Now watch me get a 9 or a 10. That is a hard 8. Hard 8. That's going to be an 8 hard. So now I roll multiple numbers. So here we're looking at a 4. So I'm going to place $30 in odds against the 4, okay? Still going to use the 4, 2, 2, 4 set. I can set the dice for all 7 set. Well, matter of fact, let me go ahead and set the dice for all 7 set. Now with the all 7 set, the thing about this is you can roll a lot of 4s and a lot of 10s. Here we go, dice out. If it stays on axis, I should get a 7. Dice out. That's a 6, 5, yo. 6, 5, yo. Now the thing is, you want to make sure you set your dice quickly. Dice out. And that's a 6, 3, 9. 6, 3, 9. Okay, here we go. Dice out. It's going to be a 5, 4, 9. 5, 4, 9. So now for some kind of reason I'm hitting all these numbers because I don't have no money out there. And that's just how this game works. You turn your bets off and you hit. You just got to get comfortable. Dice out and believe in your strategy. Box cars. Box cars. 12. Here we go. Dice out. 639. 639. Here we go. Dice out. And that's a 538. Hitting all these numbers. Hitting all these numbers and trying to get a 7 out. Here we go. Dice out. It's a 415. 415. Now, I could have been making a lot of money off of this. But this is how the game goes. Dice out. If you fail, try and try again. 617. There we go. 617. So $30 in odds, pay 15. Okay, rack that. All right. So let's go ahead and do our do it don't again. 7 out. So on that particular shooter, I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I had 14 rolls. I rolled 14 numbers. Okay. So here we go again. Let's go back to our dice set 2, 1, 1, 2. Go dice out. It's a lot of off axis. Snake eyes. Snake eyes. That's 2. So this here is our 6th and final shooter. 2, 1, 1, 2. Dice out. Want to keep that toss low. Keep it low. There's going to be a 6, 2, 8. 6, 2, 8. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go the 6, 5. And we're going to focus on the field. Matter of fact, we're going to go to 6, 8 field, yes. Follow your first mind, guys. 6, 8 field. Point is an 8. I was going to do the outside press, but since I'm trying to recoup some money, I want to have as minimal as I should have out there. Dice out. Keep the dice low. And that's a 617. I have some 617 dice, guys. 617. So we lose 51. So let's stop the video right there and see how much damage we made to our bankroll. So if you're not a good shooter, you're not going to win. And today I wasn't a good shooter. 400. So I lost some of the bankroll, 400. It's 5. 45. It's 25. 45. So keep in mind, I had $543 and I had $103 in profit from the last episode. So here, out of $103 in profit from the last episode, I only have $10 and $12. So I lost. So again, if you're not rolling those numbers, if your shot is off, you're not going to win. you're not going to win. Doesn't matter what dice set you have, you're not going to win. That's why it's very important that you practice. Yes, you can get lucky one time. You can get lucky 2 times. But at the end of the day, you're just borrowing that money from the casino, because the next time you come, they're going to take it all back and more. You have to focus on a stop loss. You have to be disciplined, and you have to deal with the situation at hand. If the table is not going good, stop loss, get up out of there. So after 6 shooters, I'm like, you know what? This is going rogue. My strategies is not working. My dice influence is not working. So here I gave $91 back to the casino from the previous episode 1 win. Okay, so I'm stopping right now. Again, thank you guys for watching my video. If you like, please hit that like button. If you have any comments, comment to the video. Also, I appreciate it if you hit the subscribe button. Again, this is a new channel. Been having a channel since, I think it was January 30th or February 1st of this year. So I appreciate it if you guys subscribe to my channel. I'll be actually at Harris on tomorrow, and then I have a couple other trips that's in store. So looking forward to some future content, which will be good. But other than that, thank you guys for watching my video, and I'm out.